is no wallet. How could you be this stupid? I cannot contact airport. I had 10% left on my phone. I didn't have any cash. I arrived at the wrong airport. Actually, in those situations, you start appreciating all you have. They don't even have the right power socket. Everything goes wrong in each possible way.
Welcome to my channel. Here I share interviews with inspiring people, stories of my travel adventures, and talk about business and esoterics.
I will share with you a story how I lost my wallet as I traveled to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, alone, and how I handled this situation. It all started because I needed to travel out of Bali to prolong my visa. I chose Kuala Lumpur as my destination as it was one of the closest options. Everything went really well as I went to the airport. I landed, I was feeling really happy. This day reminded me of one of the first moments as I came to Bali. This feeling that I love this life, this is amazing, that I can travel, that I have this lifestyle. As I landed in Kuala Lumpur, it was already late, around 1 o'clock. I went to a taxi station at the airport and then I just drew to my accommodation place, which was 10 minutes from airport. It was already night. The taxi guy was in his 50s, spoke English a bit. He was local Malaysian. As he drove me to my accommodation place, it was late, I was super tired. Going out of the taxi, finding my room, just getting in and dreaming about how to go to sleep. But then I just had a quick thought, how much cash do I have left? Do I need to take it some more cash if I want to go to the city the next day? And as I want to check where is my wallet, I realize there is no wallet. I check everywhere, understand that I lost it, and I lost it in taxi because it was the last time I saw it as I gave cash to the driver. I checked whether it has fallen out maybe on my way to the room. No, so I was pretty confident it was there. The first things I felt was this overwhelm, shock, anxiety, even some shame, like how could you be this stupid to lose a wallet? But soon I realized that I don't want to think these things. They make me feel really bad, and I turned on my adult self. My adult self is someone who knows that I'll be okay, I will figure it all out, and I made this adult decision that right now it is night, I cannot contact the driver right now, he's sleeping, I cannot contact airport, just won't work today. The best thing I could do right now is go to sleep. In addition to this crazy situation, it turns out that in Malaysia they have different power sockets. If we have these two thingies on our chargers, they have three. And I had 10% left on my phone, and when I realized it, I was like, this is not getting easier, right? Like I wouldn't have even a phone to figure this whole situation out. It was like, okay, I'm thinking about it tomorrow because right now everyone is asleep. I don't know how to charge my phone. Okay, these 10% still allowed me to put an alarm, and I woke up pretty early the next day. The night was, of course, not that good, half asleep, half just worried. The first thing I did in the morning, I didn't call anyone or try to figure it all out. The first thing I did is I meditated for some 10-20 minutes, sat with these feelings, understood that I'm not these thoughts and not these fears and emotions. I did some emotion release exercises like dancing and Ho'oponopono, and this all led me to gratitude for what I currently have. I am still healthy, I have my family, I have still many other things. I realized my situation is not as bad because I was lucky to listen to my parents who told me to separate some money in cards. So I had a second wallet with few different cards. I haven't used them in a while, but at least I had something. I didn't have cash though, and I had my passport, and so at least I would travel back to Bali. What was in the second wallet was few of my credit cards, some cash, ID card, and my scooter keys, and it would be such a mess, like losing it all and getting new cards, and I don't know even what you have to do when you lose a scooter key, how much does it cost, and so on. So it was still pretty painful to lose that second wallet. But when I ended doing these practices for 30-40 minutes, ended up being grateful for the situation, thanking universe, and knowing that my soul has chosen to have this experience. I know my ego is still very stressed, worried, and anxious about what to do, but I understood that I'm not these thoughts, that the best thing I can do is just feel good, feel at peace, and knowing that everything will be okay in the end. And this was the foundation for me feeling at peace and handling this situation very wisely, and I think that's how I attracted the good things that happened further. After doing it all, I started doing the logical steps one after another. First, I walked around and asked people if they have a power socket. One of my neighbors had it in their room and gave it to me. I was able to charge my phone. That was a first big win. Then I realized that I cannot call the airport because I don't have the local SIM card, and I only had like the Wi-Fi that was available in my accommodation place. So I found a local person working at this accommodation and asked if he could give me his phone to call. He was very kind to do it and was calling for some 10-15 minutes, redirected from one person to another. After a while, I finally contacted the right person, sent all the information, and all that there was left for me is to wait for them to find the driver and possibly find my wallet. And I realized there's nothing much I can do right now. So I had some time until it would make sense to go to airport and figure out things on the spot. So I worked a bit, meditated a bit, and I was so surprised that I'm feeling so calm. It somehow all feels like a game. It somehow feels like this is for me. This is like such an experience my soul craves to have right now. And I was like, okay, let's see what's next. And I was surprised to have such an incredible mindset and energy at that time. So the time came to go to the airport. And as I told you, I didn't have any cash. There wasn't possibility to go by foot or by bus. So my first idea was that I will ask a driver to drive me to ATM so that I can take out some money, but I haven't used these cards like for months because I was using my other wallet cards, so it was also very tricky. But I was like, okay, I will somehow figure it all out and it will be okay. I go out of my room and I spot a man, and he was almost like sitting in his taxi, and I asked him if he's going to airport. He said no, but that he can drop me there. And I was like so happy, at least the taxi was already there, and that man didn't even ask me money for that. And I was so grateful because it was a small cost for him, but it took out off so many like overthinking and just figuring out the cash thing. And at that point I realized, wow, God really speaks through people. Felt like all these people who helped me with power socket, with calling, with taxi were like angels who were telling me that you will be okay, you will figure it all out, I have your back, and just trust the process, trust the universe, and that you will be okay. I was like, okay. Okay, so I went to the airport. I was walking there for an hour around, looking for lost and found, looking for the place that I took a taxi, but I couldn't find it. Just this airport seemed different than the one I arrived at. I just thought I can't find the right place because it's big. But no, it turned out that there is another airport. I got to know it in the information center that I'm at the wrong one. Can you imagine my shock that I arrived at the wrong airport? Like, I didn't know that there are two airports. Can you imagine? So that was another thing that totally made me I was just so surprised how everything can go wrong in so many ways, and that somehow every time I just find the right thing, the right solution. So there was a shuttle bus which I took to another airport. It was just 10 minutes away by bus. I was already so happy that I'm in the right place. At least I will get back to Bali, because imagine I wouldn't realize that it's a wrong airport and just wouldn't fly. Actually, in those situations, you start appreciating all you have. I started appreciating that I have my scooter and that I have this wallet, this cash, this stability, that everything was actually so good for me in these 2 months, and I'm so grateful for it. I arrive at the right airport. I finally find that taxi place and those people who are looking for my wallet. The minute I come, they wanted to text me to say that they found the driver and contacted him, and so I call him, talk to him, and he says that he can come at 4. But at 4 already was my flight, so I was like all again just worried, how, please, can you come one earlier? And he agreed for some money and just me persuading him to come, and he came, and the minute he came, I received my wallet and I have to run to the check-in, to my gate. Can you imagine how crazy is the situation? I'm alone traveling to Kuala Lumpur. They don't even have the right power socket. Everything goes wrong in each possible way, and then somehow I find way out. How can you not believe in magic? How can you not believe that universe always have your back? I'm actually so grateful for this situation. It showed me that I'm a real adult. I can figure it all out. That if I'm at peace, if I'm in my energy of just being grateful for what I have right now, for accepting life as it is, and also just remembering it's all a game, then I'll be always okay. I hope you took something from this story that I have. I don't have any photos or videos from that trip, because on the way there I was just feeling good, reading, doing my stuff, and the rest of the story, you know. It was the craziest trip. So grateful for it, so grateful for the support from the universe, from all the people who helped me, that in the end I have my wallet. I appreciate what I have right now even more. I wish you that if anytime you have this really difficult, crazy situation, that you don't fall into your fears and these negative thoughts, but you calm down, you realize that you'll be okay, and through love, through this light energy, you solve it, and I'm sure everything will always be okay with you. I will really appreciate if you comment what resonated with you, what you liked, and I really want to grow this YouTube to 1,000 followers at first, and that's why I would really appreciate if you can subscribe and support me in this journey. Very exciting sharing with you my thoughts, and soon there will be exciting interviews. See you in the next video. Thank you.